Hello, welcome to another Dominion 6 Mod Nation Showcase. Today we are taking a look at early age Sssla, the Caverns of Filth. This mod nation is based very loosely on the Sakra race from Master of Orion. And it's a full cycle. It has a middle age version and late age version, and even two offshoot factions in the late age. And this early age Sssla is probably one of my least favorite mods that I made. But still, let's take a look at it. First, the starting site, the Caverns of Filth. They produce 3 Death Gems, 2 Nature Gems, and 1 Water Gem per turn. The units. Sakra Militia. They have, well, almost nothing. They have a spear, no armor, but they have protection 5 like the Lizardmen in Dominions. They have Cold-Blooded, Dark Vision 100, because this is a cave nation, it starts in the cave layer, and Disease Resistant 25. Sakra Light Spearman has a spear and a javelin and a shield, but still no armor at all. Sakra Spearman actually has very good armor for early age. Full chainmail with 18 protection, and iron cap with 16 protection. So they are pretty decent, but they do cost quite a lot of resources. Sakra Archer has a short sword and a short bow. And they all have the same tags: Cold-Blooded, Dark Vision 100 and Disease Resistant 25. The Filth Inured Warrior has a falchion, full chainmail, iron cap and a shield. Yet again, that's very good armor for the early age. They have a high attack skill, slightly higher strength than normal humans, and their disease resistance is 100, they're immune to disease. This nation is all about disease. Yeah, they are actually very slow in combat due to being heavily armored. Then we have the Otyughs, the D&D monsters. They have 3 attacks each. They are size 4 monsters with strength 17, 30 hit points, quite poor protection and skills. They have a bite and 2 disease tentacles that deal either slashing or blunt damage and also cause disease. They have a mild poison resistance. They don't need to eat because they basically eat garbage. You don't have to supply them with food. They have Dark Vision 100. They are undisciplined and they are immune to disease. Oozing Otyugh has the same attacks, is more expensive because it has a Slimer ability. It's actually a rare ability in Dominions. The Plague Archer is a recruitable sacred archer that is not tied to your capital site. Aside from being sacred and immune to disease, it has the Filth Bow weapon that causes disease. And finally, the capital only sacred is a Golguth Hydra. That's quite a mouthful. You can only recruit one of them per turn. They have 2 disease tentacles that cause disease, and lesser heads that have poison, and a great head that has a strong poison. They cost a lot. They have a lot of hit points, all the normal Hydra stuff, and they lose heads when they take damage. They have regeneration, fear 5, slash resistant, pierce resistant, poison resistant, cold-blooded, swamp survival, recuperation, animal, dark vision 100, plague carrier 6. So it has a disease cloud. Undisciplined, disease resistant 100 and unsurroundable 4. The commanders. The Sakra Scout is just a scout, nothing special here. The Sakra Commander is, well, just a commander, I guess, with full chainmail. The Neo Otyag is an Otyag commander that doesn't need to eat, has dark vision, immunity to disease, and only 2 miscellaneous slots. The Sakra Priest is a Holy One priest that is merely resistant to disease, not immune to it. The Filth Priest is immune to disease. It's a Death 1, Holy 2 mage with 20% chance to get another level of death magic. The Primitive Alchemist, Water 1, Nature 1, and guaranteed Water or Nature random. In addition to all the normal Sakra traits, they also have Poor Amphibian and have the Cave Fire Bottle attack that they can throw. These primitive Sakras are based on the Sakra from Master of Orion 3, where they basically degenerate somewhat. Primitive Boil Mage has Fire 1, Water 2, and a 20% chance to get another level of Fire Magic. And they also are poor amphibians and disease resistance. Purist, they are normal, not degenerate Sakra. They have Nature 1, Blood 1, and a guaranteed Nature or Blood random. In addition to the normal Sakra traits, wait, they do not have disease resistance. Oh well, yes, I guess it makes sense somewhat in terms of lore. They have Cold-Blooded, Supply Bonus, Dark Vision 100, they have Heretic. And they have Adept Crossbreeder 5. So, something special. Cancer Mage has Death 1, Nature 2, and a rare Death random. They are sacred, they have Cold-Blooded, Supply Bonus, Dark Vision 100, and Immunity to Disease. And the capital only mage that is slow to recruit is the Plague Bringer, who has Death 3, Nature 2, a rare Nature Death random. He's sacred, cold-blooded, supply bonus, dark vision 100 and disease resistant 100. And now I see something wrong and I'll fix it. See, they have magical scepters, but instead the stat line says dagger. So this is something I will fix after this video. The spells and summons. Let me load the showcase version. First, let's go over the non-summon national spells. We have 3 of them. The first one is Filth Spray. That's an Evocation 2 spell that requires Death 2, Nature 2. Basically, that's something like Nether Darts that doesn't deal damage but spreads disease. Something flavorful, but that probably will not see that much use. In Alteration 6 we have Winds of Wasting. That's a Death 4 Nature 2 ritual that costs 7 gems and spreads disease in a remote province. That's a copy of Leprosy. And in Alteration 7 we have the Epidemic spell. That's a Death 3 Nature 2 spell. For 1 gem you cause Plague on the battlefield. That actually does deal damage. And it's a copy of the Plague spell. Summons. In Alteration 2 you have Enhanced Disease. That's a Death 1 Nature 1 spell. For 10 gems you summon 5+ Giant Amoeba. And I probably should increase the effect number, and I will do that. These slimes have amphibious, blunt resistance, magic being, need not eat, swamp survival, blind, undisciplined, disease immunity, poisonous skin 12, and affliction resistance 99, and a crush attack. Yeah, you should probably summon more of them. In Conjuration 3 you can summon Greater Otyag. That's a Nature 2 Death 2 spell. For 6 gems you summon 1 Greater Otyag. He has size 6, 22 strength, 80 hit points, poison resistance, trample, dark vision, disease immunity, and disciplined. So he's big, he has decent protection for early age, and he tramples. Probably not worth 6 gems, I'll decrease the cost. In Conjuration 1 you can cast Summon Life Leech Otyags. That's a Death 2 Nature 1 spell. For 6 gems you get 2 plus Life Leech Otyags. Also probably should be better, at least 4 plus. I'll fix that. They have Life Drain tentacles instead of the Disease tentacles that deal armor piercing life drain damage. In Conjuration 6 you can cast Summon Corpse Feaster Otyag. As a Death 3 spell. For 2 gems you summon 1 Corpse Feaster Otyag. That in addition to all the normal attacks has the Vitriol Breath from the Green Lion summon. That's an acid area effect ranged attack. Cool. In Alteration 1 you can cast Otyag Mutation. That's a Nature 2 spell. For 4 gems you summon 4 plus Otyag Mutants. And there are 3 different ones. You get randoms. The Mutant Otyag that has an additional tentacle, so you get 4 attacks per monster. The Mutant Otyag that has an additional leg, so it moves faster. And the Mutant Otyag that can breathe underwater. In Conjuration 6 you can cast Send Plague Bearer Otyag. That's a Death 3 spell. For 10 gems you send a 1 Plague Bearer Otyag commander as a stealthy remote summon. So it's something closer to what was that spell? Lady Midday or something like that in Bogarus. That's the Plague Bearer Otyag. He is stealthy, he has Berserker, Reaper 5, that spreads unrest and disease, and Undisciplined and disease resistance. So if you wanna be an asshole, cast this spell. You also have 2 heroes. First one is the Otyag Wizard, who has 5 random paths, anything except for blood. And he also is stealthy. That's based on a Pathfinder game that I was playing in. Our GM had an Otyag Wizard with this name. That was a fun NPC. And we have a multi-hero called the Primal Avenger. That's a Water 1 Holy 1 commander with full amphibious, disease resistance, cold-blooded, and dark vision. That's an even more degenerate version of the degenerate Sakra. That also makes sense in terms of lore. In Master of Orion, the Sakra were made by the aquatic Trailarians, and then they got adapted to land. So that's the first form, then the poorly amphibious form, and then the normal Sakra form. The Pretenders, do we even have any national ones? I don't think we do, but we will have some in the next age. So that's it. I'm not a fan of this nation, but it still exists. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time when we'll take a look at Middle Age Sssla. That is much more interesting.